everyone. Welcome to my channel. What even is a narcissist? You know, the word gets thrown around so often that it's become kind of almost meaningless now. A narcissist isn't just someone who's confident, driven, maybe a little cocky, a little self-centered. Real narcissism is a pattern. It's a way of relating to other people. At the core, narcissistic individuals rely on admiration, control, and they have a very fragile sense of self. And because of that, empathy tends to be limited, inconsistent, or conditional. Now, this channel, keep in mind, this channel is for educational purposes only. While I'm a licensed psychologist, I'm not providing therapy on this channel. If you do find yourself struggling and need to speak with somebody, I would encourage you to reach out to a professional in your location so that you can find somebody there. It's important, how do you actually recognize narcissism? You don't look for one behavior, you want to look for patterns over time. First of all, everything tends to revolve around them, um, their needs, their perspective, their version of events. And if something goes wrong, there's a good chance that you'll end up carrying the blame for that. Second, there's often a distortion of reality. After conversations, you may find yourself questioning your memory, your judgment, and that confusion isn't random. It helps them maintain control. Third, empathy is unreliable. They may show care when it benefits them, but when you need understanding the most, it often isn't there. Fourth, criticism is hard for them to tolerate. Even mild feedback can trigger defensiveness, anger, withdrawal, because it threatens how they see themselves. And finally, there's usually a cycle. Relationships can begin with intensity and connection. You may really feel like, wow, I've really met somebody that understands me, that gets me. They're often quite charming. They can tell you what it is that you may want to hear. But over time, you may begin to notice blame, distance, and then attempts to pull you back in. The important point here is this: you don't diagnose somebody based on a moment, you recognize a consistent pattern over time. And really, this isn't about labeling people, it's more about understanding what you're dealing with, simply so you can make clearer decisions about your own life. If you want a deeper, practical guide to navigating these kinds of relationships, I've written a book called When They Won't Change. It's available on Amazon, and depending on when you're actually watching this, you may also still be able to get it and read it for free if you're a Kindle Unlimited subscriber. I wrote the book so that it was simple to understand. I tried to avoid as much psychobabble as I could, and I included a lot of case studies so that you could see how these things look in real time when other people are experiencing them as well. I've included some scripts, some ideas of how you can begin to deal with the narcissist. And also, I've been very careful not to recommend um, the old advice of just leave. I understand that isn't possible for a lot of people. You may not be ready to leave. So I have included some ideas for how you can cope and how you can deal with that relationship while you're discerning that moment. So you can find more information on my website, which I've linked below in the description. And I just want to thank you for taking the time to watch my video and hope you all have a great rest of your day. Thank you.